our support fucking attacking us from the inside as well?
Yes.
Do we?
Absolutely.
So? Is it, well, the same fannies who are complicit with the board. So we've got to listen to these fucking absolute cocksockets who think they're tickets, who can fucking pontificate and say, oh, the board's fucking banning the Green Brigade, or the board's doing this or that. So fuck. Who do you fucking think you are, fucking, because you're breaking the information, you're a ticket, or you've got some information here? Who is this fucking Harry Brady? Is this an homme de fucking plume? What has he done in his fucking life? Who is he? Is he an accountant? He's a fucking cocksocket who sits there written criticising reports against Celtic as a blog. Big fucking wowee. Go and tell him to get a fucking zombie hun sacked and cost the cunts $500,000. Go and tell him to shame a fucking Rangers owner who fucking put him into administration, and 2 days later the Scottish FA says he's no fucking fit for purpose. Go and tell him to do something fucking concrete instead of writing a stupid fucking blog. Has he ever been to a fucking game? If he calls Celtic fans scum because they brought a few seats, he's a fucking wank as far as I'm concerned. A cunt and a wank. And he's a fucking shitebag pussy as well, because it's 0141 416 1888. Where is he? He's no fucking here. Are you defending the cunt? There he is.
Absolutely.
You're defending the cunt?
Aye.
Right, get off my fucking line. You're a prick as well. That's him. He's fucking gone. Right, Hugh Keevans, bring it fucking on. Fucking defend them. Hey, we're going to get a real live person who was at the fucking game.
Charlie, what's happening, my man?
You at the game, caller? Have you got a point?
I was, mate, aye. I was. Tell you what, mate, I don't give a rat's arse what anybody says. You're right up today on Twitter is up there with the Craigie White stuff, mate. God bless you. Absolutely, God bless you. You've took all the guys who wear hats on Twitter and they've got to read up Lovell's arse, mate, and you've made them hide. There's folk that phone in chat shows and there's people that laugh and will do a blog and they'll go on Homeboys and they'll back it up. And then there's these people with no voices, mate, that have been spouting their absolute pish. I was on wee Graham's show yesterday, mate. I'm absolutely appalled that these people are calling Celtic fans Huns and, as you say, that Harry Brady character, scum and stuff like that. What's happening there, mate, you know? Self-opinionated nonsense, mate, to promote their own dark arts and get themselves a wee bit closer to the young Conservatives that are currently residing at the Celtic boardroom, mate.
You're right, mate.
But not 100%, mate. You know me, Carly, if I've always got your back, mate, I'll bet you 100%, mate. You say, mate, you know what I mean? Proud to call you a friend. It's been a wee bit colourful tonight. Hopefully nobody's listening to this having their morning frosties. The milk will be turning cash and carry yellow. But not 100% right, mate. You know, it's we'll wait and see what tomorrow brings. You know,
are they banning the Green Brigade?
Well, do you know what, Tommy? Obviously, you know, they move in similar circles, and there is some people can say that they've got Laurel's number on their phone. We've got other punters' numbers on their phone. And I've said this.
Who's, by the way, the only one I've not got is Harry Brady. Since he's no phoning me, I've got every cunt's number that I can get it. If you're listening, all the usual crackpots, an APB, going to get this number. And I've never ever done a call that's been bad. Apart from people who deserve it. I'm nice and polite, and I'm sorry to that last caller there. When he says he wants to defend him, I'll phone him back, but I can't be fucking bothered. Just for them listening to this show, you were 100% right, and I'll vouch everything you said there, because I don't follow that Brady. I've got him muted and blocked. I just, you know, what he calls humour just bust my chops, but he's welcome to his opinion. You know, we do support 11 guys who kick a football. There's no God-given right, we've all got to believe in the same thing, but we should have a wee bit of grace when we other people's wishes and all that, you know, and I've put a couple of things out, and listen, if people's deliberately vandalise their seats, you know, there's a law and that, and the law will deal with it, but you can't just tarnish and brand saying, all right, it was that collective group there, but there's an element in Twitter and social media and bloggers. We've got people who are that obsessed with a football team that used to play in Glasgow, but it's no longer with us. The latest, I don't know what you'd call it, if there'll be another one, but certainly the Sevco side is chugging along, probably sailing towards the rocks or an iceberg.
once they go, and say the Green Brigade are forced out, where will these people go next? These people make a living out of anything if it happens. I mean, I was sitting there and the pyros coming over and Friday night, and I went, oh, this will be getting blocked about the now. The game's not even finished. You know, you see, everybody just puts their phones in their pockets now because, you know, Twitter's no worth getting near for 5 hours after a game, mate. It's absolutely outrageous, you know what I mean?
You're right, mate. I just fucking... Okay, I glanced at it briefly on Friday night, and I see the people who are saying, oh, you know, Celtic love to the Green Brigade and all that, and the people, and the Celtic decide that 111's got to go. That's a very big decision for Celtic to make, because if they want to move the folk round about the ground, and coincidentally, it's very convenient that the new season tickets that were still to be issued still haven't been out, so that'll be them putting the draw again. But, you know, everybody in 111, there's people in 110, there's people in 112 who probably can deal and do the same stuff. So at the moment, our club, unfortunately, have been put into the position where, for health and safety reasons and other things that ensure that everybody's safe at a football game, they've got high-definition cameras focused in on them. They've got the police units focused in on them. They've got their specialised stewards standing there. And they've got everybody there. They don't want them in the ground. They've got to take them in. But I wouldn't say they're controlled, but they're easily supervised. They can zoom in the MD's face. They can get the information they want. They'll know whose season ticket's sitting there. If 400 or 500 people are told, right, you're no longer sitting there, you're going to be sitting here now, you've got 500 people sitting anywhere in the stadium, Tommy. So they might as well sell all the high-definition surveillance equipment they've got and go to probably your last caller's pal there, who the Zionists, and get a Northrop Predator, or go to America itself and get a Predator drone and fly over Celtic Park and try and monitor people. Because anybody that thinks, I said on Graham's show, if the Green Brigade were, if all the members of the Green Brigade were at that game on Friday night, there's maybe 50, 60 of them. You're looking at now, there's a generation of Celtic fans. I'm 41 year old, I'm a middle-aged man now. There's a generation of Celtic fans from the ages of 14 to 23 or 24 year old, very left-wing politics. They don't buy anything in the club shop, not interested. Everything is the ultra style, very politically minded animals. That's the Celtic support for the next 40 years. That's your lack, that's what you're going to get. So you've got to adhere to it. I'm not saying you've got to bend over backwards, but the club's got to, all football clubs have got to be, like, what's going on here? We can't have seats getting smashed up like that. It's a no-goer. I'm not condoning that. Pyrotechnics landing in the pitch is a no-goer. It's out of order. Something's got to get done, so I'm not on here to make excuses to say, oh no, it's nobody's fault. Somebody's at it, and I suppose somebody will get caught for it and somebody will get the blame for it. But a section of our support can't be hung out to dry because of mindless rampots doing what they did on Friday night, mate. And the only thing more disappointing than people who are so-called Celtic fans doing what they did on Friday night are the people who sit behind this cloak of anonymity saying, oh yeah, I'm a big Celtic fan. But as soon as anything goes wrong, as I put that tweet out today, as Jimmy Sanderson used to say, oh, we at the game today caller, we at the game today blogger. And I'm not talking about people whose financial or distance or whatever. Maybe they can make every football game. I know I certainly don't. But there's people sitting rubbing their hands now. They're like the lawyer in Breaking Bad. They're like Saul Goodman. They're just waiting for a bit of badness to make a few quid or get their prestige up a bit. And it's the same apologistic people. Now, I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not saying there's a few folk who are not bloggers, etc. You know, they're very middle of the road, liberal sort of people. You know, live and let live. And they've sort of exposed themselves this weekend as where I'm probably portrayed as a Green Brigade cheerleader or whatever for defending them to a certain extent. Get your pom-poms out my face. Sorry, there you go.
Right. But there's
41-year-old middle-aged cheerleader. What kind of fucking suit do you wear? Oh, don't even
I've got great legs, Carl. You take it easy. Get the dirty mind. It's Monday morning. Get that filth out your brain. But no, there's a few folk exposed themselves over the pyrotechnic issue. blindly charging in over certain sides of it, but quite rightly, the disabled side of it, and saying, oh, it's wrong, and then somebody put up a picture of Celtic's official championship winning party when the pyrotechnics were on the park, and there was probably industrial strength pyrotechnic fireworks going off and the smoke was going into the crowd, and went, oh, that was so bad. So people's getting exposed for just beating the drum and they're having a premeditated stance on things, mate, No, listen, you might not like the guy that sits beside you at Celtic Park, you might not like the Green Brigade, you might not like the PLC, but you can't go about calling each other, I'll call the board Tory bastards, I wouldn't call them scum bastards. You know what I mean? It's just appalling, mate, but to see the backlash, and it's a shame because there are some middle of the road Celtic fans obviously quite outraged at this, and quite rightly so, but the professional people on this, the ambulance chasers of Twitter and Facebook and message boards, however the fuck they work, posters and all that, they're the ones who are driving this on. There's agendas going on. I mean, the Twitter account that your man with the hat wears, when they're putting out tweets the other day, oh, this will be the Green Brigade's last year. Oh yeah, really, where do you get that information from? That there's people, I tried to put it in a tweet earlier, the best way for me to describe it is, Tommy, you remember when we were all at primary school? Hopefully everybody in the chat room was in primary school. And you remember, before I go any further, I was probably the worst player I've ever played at my school, but the kids at school that were shite at football, the wee geeks and the wore wee glasses and nobody bothered their arse for them, they were always last picked. And then they went to high school and they were exactly the same, nobody bothered their arse for them, they'd no part or they were shite at football. But they went to university when everybody else would be somewhere just Americans went to. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, they've appeared on Twitter. They've got degrees in accountancy, but they've not really got a clue about how football operates, how life is on the terraces, or how ultra stuff works and all that. The worst thing that happened to Celtic is like a 16-year-old lad can sit on his smartphone and find anything he wants out. They've BT Sports 1 and 2, French, Italian, Spanish games, pyro everywhere, mate. German football, pyro everywhere. So this cloak of the Celtic family, it's not what we do, mate. It's absolute nonsense, mate. You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Sorry, I'm just battering out of Twitter here. It's a joke the way how people have turned a career into it. That's the thing that really galls me, how they can turn a career into
right, listen,
being
I'll
critical
respect,
against
I'll
Celtic.
respect
I mean, join the media and go and fucking call yourself Keevans number 2, you know what I mean? But
these are the folk who, because they'll toe party lines and they'll get, for some reason, I don't know why, I mean, you've got certain females getting out there and, oh yeah, a blog I've done about the game, probably wasn't at the game, but, as your previous guy said, see if photographic, I mean, you said, oh, the guy said I've seen photographs. There's a running video of when JFK, God rest his soul, was killed. That wasn't that wasn't what happened to JFK. Lee Harvey didn't put 3 bullets in him for an Italian 1920s assault rifle because he was an ex-US Marine, mate. So unless you're there, that's why Alex Thompson, hope he's keeping safe. Alex Thompson's in Central Africa at the moment with 2,000 French paratroopers, with his boots on the ground, getting an actual story of what's going on. You can't just look at a picture or look at a 2-minute video and say, oh, I know what happened there. I was sitting in the corner closest to the Motherwell Ultras. I was maybe 50, 60 yards from the seats. I didn't even know the seats were breaking, mate. The pyrotechnics was there, the drums was there, the flags were going. It's probably one of the best away games I've been at in my life. And it wasn't to get into the pub after it, put on the phone, scum, get rid of these people. And I'm looking going, mate, it's broken chairs, which are totally wrong if it's been done deliberately. I'll say again, I'm not condoning any sort of deliberate vandalism at a football stadium or anywhere. It can cause serious incidents and accidents. But I was looking saying, right, people's travelling back to the game here. And as I said in Graham's show last night, the sad thing is, everybody on Twitter, and don't get me wrong, I batter out every day probably my own nonsense, but the majority of folk who, for me, are the Uber fans of the Celtic away support. There's no support like them. The home support are great, Champions League night, so everybody's there, and the Sky cameras are there. The people that go to the away games every week, home and at home, certainly I know lads that just do the away games because it's a hard score, it's a harder party tunes, probably a bigger But the drinking culture, when you get up to a away game and that, you have a couple of pints before it and a couple of pints